Welcome to the Explainer. So, let's be real for a second. If you've ever stared at your bathroom cabinet feeling completely overwhelmed by an endless army of serums, toners, and creams, well, you are absolutely not alone. We've all been there, right? Today, we're diving deep into the science of skinimalism and figuring out why less is actually more. We're going to look closely at the hard data and the actual dermatology to see why our super complex, multi-step routines might just have it all backwards.
Okay, I want to hit you with a number right out of the gate that should definitely wake us up. Maintaining one of those trendy 10-step skincare routines can easily cost you up to $4,800 a year. Let that sink in. And honestly, the time cost is even crazier. Spending 15 to 20 minutes slapping on products twice a day, that translates to over 180 hours a year. That is a staggering amount of your hard-earned cash and precious time going straight into a daily habit.
Which obviously brings up a really critical question. Is your skincare routine actually working against you? You see, modern skincare products often pack 15 to 30 ingredients into a single little bottle. So when you're layering multiple products, morning and night, you are literally bombarding your face with dozens and dozens of compounds. And the data shows we might just be completely short-circuiting our skin's natural, sophisticated defense system, a system that took millions of years of evolution to perfect.
Let's actually weigh these out. On one side, you've got the heavy burden of the complex routine, costing you thousands of bucks and almost 200 hours annually. But on the other side, we have the sleek, minimalist approach. A stripped-down routine typically costs between $960 and $1,800 a year and takes, maybe 5 to 7 minutes a day? That approach gives you back nearly 120 hours every single year. Not to mention, it totally cures that decision fatigue. But does doing less actually get results? Well, let's look at the biology.
To really understand why minimalism wins, we have to zoom in on the micro level. Your skin has this amazing feature called an acid mantle. Think of it as a microscopic bouncer for your face. It's a protective film that naturally sits at a slightly acidic pH of about 5.5. This specific environment is perfectly engineered to keep all the good, beneficial bacteria thriving, lock the moisture in, and keep the bad irritants out. But when we start throwing on a layer after layer of products with totally different pH levels, we actively sabotage that delicate defense system. Your skin ends up wasting all its energy just trying to rebalance its pH, rather than actually repairing itself. I mean, think about the literal chemistry experiment we're running on our faces every morning. Say you put on a vitamin C serum, which loves a super acidic pH of 3.5. Then you immediately follow it up with retinol, which likes hanging out around a 5.5 pH. Layer those together, they might literally cancel each other out. Or how about mixing niacinamide and vitamin C? That combo can create nicotinic acid, which causes temporary red flushing for sensitive folks. When you've got 60 to 120 different compounds overlapping on your skin at the exact same time, you're rolling the dice on whether they're going to be completely useless or actively uncomfortable. And you know what? That messy chemistry experiment translates directly into clinical outcomes. In a study that tracked 300 people over 6 months, the data on barrier function improvement was just wild. The group using a totally streamlined routine, just 3 to 4 products, saw a solid 23% improvement. The 5 to 7 product group, down to 18%. And the folks using 8 or more products, they only saw a 12% improvement. So yeah, piling on 8 or more products gives you literally half the benefit of a minimal routine. We're just overwhelming the skin's receptors with too many active ingredients. Now, I do want to throw up a quick caution flag here, because we all know social media loves to push things to the absolute extreme. True skinimalism is backed by science. It is not about throwing hygiene out the window. Take the trending caveman routine, where people just stop washing their faces entirely. Bad idea. That actively risks major dirt buildup, dermatitis, and fungal infections. Gross, right? But on the flip side, excessive slugging, where you suffocate your entire face under a thick layer of petrolatum every single night, can actually trap heat, stop barrier recovery, and trigger terrible breakouts. Healthy minimalism is all about balance. All right, let's pull back from our individual biology for a second and look at the massive planetary picture. 120 billion. That is the mind-boggling number of plastic packaging units the cosmetic industry pumps out every single year. A relentless pursuit of having more stuff crammed into our bathroom cabinets has a massive, undeniable footprint on the globe. And what actually happens to all those empty bottles and tubes? It's pretty grim. A whopping 70% of those 120 billion units head straight to our landfills. And even bioplastics don't break down easily. Thanks to irresponsible waste management, a huge chunk of this plastic makes its way into our oceans, shattering into tiny microplastics that poison marine life.
So when you simplify your routine, you aren't just saving your skin, you're naturally slashing packaging waste and stopping the cycle of throwing away half-used, expired junk. This realization is actually driving a massive, much-needed shift in the beauty industry right now, rooted in one undeniable truth. Sustainability will be defined by product performance and proof. Consumers are getting smart. Formulators know you can't just slap a green little all-natural sticker on a bottle and call it a day. The future of sustainable beauty demands formulas that actually work, that respect the skin's microbiome, and most importantly, that don't ravage the Earth's resources to get made. Enter the biotech revolution. This is exactly how we're solving the problem. Scientists tapping into things like precision fermentation and lab-grown bioactives. We're talking bioidentical collagen and lab-grown lipids. This means we can basically brew up high-performance ingredients in a lab with a fraction of the carbon footprint of traditional animal or plant sourcing. Plus, these bioingredients are incredible multitaskers. Just one intelligently formulated product can hydrate, provide antioxidant protection, and repair your barrier all at once. It's doing the job of 3 products with zero natural resource depletion. So how do we practically bring all this science home? Dermatologists actually recommend a super practical, totally evidence-based 3-step framework. Step 1, prep. Just wash your face with a mild, gentle cleanser. Step 2, treat. Pick one targeted active for whatever your primary concern is. Maybe a low-dose retinol or a vitamin C serum, just one. Step 3, seal. Lock it all in with a solid moisturizer and obviously a broad-spectrum SPF during the day. That is literally it. Cleanse, treat, hydrate, and protect. Now, if you're currently hooked on a crazy 10-step routine, you can't just drop it overnight. You need a transition plan. We call this the 8-week skin reset. For weeks 1 and 2, you're going back to absolute basics. Cleanse and moisturize only. Just watch how your skin behaves naturally. Then, in weeks 3 and 4, you carefully introduce exactly one treatment for your main concern. You really have to resist the urge to add more. Finally, weeks 5 through 8 are for evaluating. Your skin naturally renews itself every 28 days, so it literally needs a full cycle to adjust to this new, calm routine. You've got to be patient. To wrap up the explainer today, I really want to leave you with a provocative question to chew on before you buy your next beauty product. If your skin already knows exactly how to heal itself, what are you actually paying for? When we spackle 15 products onto our faces, we usually aren't helping our skin. We are literally just getting in its way. When you trust the science of less, you get your time back, you keep your money, you help the planet, and you finally let your skin breathe. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I hope you feel totally empowered to embrace the beauty of less.